My name is Elena, and here is Grieving but Living channel for everybody who had to say goodbye to their loved ones. It doesn't matter how long ago the tragedy happened. For us, it always will be a million years ago and 1 second ago at the same time. Because every day we wake up and understand that the tragedy of losing your child, your spouse, your sibling happened just now. Just now. Doesn't matter if it's 2, 3, 4, 10, 25 years ago. It happened just now. For our friends, for our relatives, this is an event that happened one day. And they have a linear timeline, and they go from this event further on. So for them, sometimes 3 years ago, 5 years ago, it's a long time already. And they think that we have to be over what happened on that horrible day. For us, it's like going circles. We have so many triggers that always brings us back to the day, to the minute when the tragedy, when this horror came into our lives. For example, for me, every phone call is a huge trigger. When I hear cell phone ringing, I always just feel like my heart just sink, and I don't want to answer the phone. When my son left this world, I stopped talking on the phone because the news came through the phone, and the news to me came through my friend. They told me, my good friend told me, but to my husband it came through the phone. And then I was on the phone with my son before it happened. I was trying to reach him and I couldn't. So the phone is somehow involved with what happened. And so since then, right now it's almost 4.5 years, I can't hear the phone call. I can't talk on the phone. I always just text. I try to avoid talking on the phone as much as possible. And this is a post-traumatic syndrome side effect. And there are many other triggers that bring us back to the horror situation that happens to us all the time, every day, many times per day. And even without any triggers, how could we forget what happened? I wonder when people say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't want to remind you about what happened." So do they think that we really could forget what happened with our kids? Like, really? And I don't know how to explain it, but whatever used to be normal or even beautiful to say, now feels like something that really pushed me out of balance and off the cliff. Like, for example, if I cry about my son and somebody said, "Oh, but you're a perfect mother, and you were, and you are still. You're the best mother ever." So those are beautiful words, right? But for me, it's horrible words. It's like, now I do not want to hear those words, because I blame myself for what happened. I failed my son. And it will be like that for me forever. It doesn't mean that I think that it's only my fault. I think that what happened was and is my destiny and his destiny. I believe in afterlife, and I believe in pre-planned agreement between us and whoever else, I don't know, God, angels, I don't know, but I believe that everything already pre-planned, at least some main events. So I couldn't avoid it, but at the same time, it's my fault, because I'm a mother. So if I lost my child, if I let him die, so that's me who failed, right? And I don't even want to explain it to everybody who I talk to. So I just try to avoid situations where they could tell me that I'm a beautiful mother. And there are many more other situations and triggers which bring us back to the moment of the tragedy. So I just wanted to share with everybody that the horror that happened 4.5 years ago for me, and doesn't matter how many years ago for everyone else, with us who are grieving but living, it stays always with us. So nobody will remind us about what happened. We always remember and always know and always grieving. But we are living and we are coping as we can. Thank you, and I hope that my experience that I shared with you somehow could be helpful for you, and you could go through the day thinking about it and understanding that you are not alone, that I feel the same that you do, and I know your pain and you know mine. So I'll see you next week. Bye.